In the heart of modern life, where choices are endless and temptations abound, have you ever found yourself reaching for that third slice of pizza when you know you should stop? Or perhaps you felt the irresistible pull of a sweet treat after a stressful day. But what if I told you that these cravings are not just random whims of your brain, but ancient rituals hardwired into our very DNA? Let's take a step back, way back to the Stone Age. Picture this, a group of our ancestors huddled around a fire in a cave, cold and hungry. They had only two options for sustenance: hunt or gather. Now imagine their brains scanning their environment, weighing the risks and rewards of each choice. Sound familiar? But here's where things get interesting. Our Stone Age ancestors didn't have supermarkets filled with high-calorie, sugary treats. They had to work for their food, yet they still developed cravings. Why? Because long before refrigerators and convenience stores, our brains were already experts at manipulation. Enter Dr. Bart Hoebel, a Princeton University researcher who decided to test this theory. He conducted an experiment on rats, offering them two types of treats: regular chow and sugar water laced with saccharin, a sweetener that tastes 500 times sweeter than sugar itself. The rats went wild for the sweet stuff, consuming it at alarming rates. But here's the kicker. Once the rats got used to this new treat, they would no longer eat the regular chow unless it was mixed with saccharin. So what does this mean for us? Well, our brains are wired to crave sugary and fatty foods because these were hard to come by in our ancestors' world. The brain saw these foods as rare treasures and told the body to store as much energy as possible when they were available. This biological trick helped our ancient forebears survive lean times, but it has led to modern problems like obesity and diabetes. But it gets even stranger. Remember how I mentioned that our ancestors didn't have supermarkets? Well, neither did they have refrigerators or microwaves. Yet they found ways to preserve food for later consumption, like smoking, salting, and fermenting. These methods not only made the food last longer but also intensified its flavors, making it even more appealing to our brains. Fast forward to today, and we've taken this preservation process to new heights with chemicals and technology. Food manufacturers pump their products full of additives that make them taste better, look prettier, and last longer on supermarket shelves. All tricks designed to play on our ancient cravings. So the next time you find yourself reaching for that third slice of pizza or another cookie, remember, you're not just giving in to a modern indulgence. You're following an ancient ritual deeply ingrained in your brain. Understanding this can help us make better choices, reclaim control over our cravings, and maybe even find a healthier balance between our Stone Age instincts and our 21st century lifestyle. But that's just the beginning of the story. Join us next time as we delve deeper into the mysterious world of ancient rituals and their modern consequences. Until then, remember, you are not just a product of your environment, you are also a product of millions of years of evolution, and that evolution still shapes every bite you take. Chapter 2: The Power of Ritual in Modern Dietary Decisions in the Grand Tapestry of Human History. Rituals have always played a pivotal role, shaping our beliefs, behaviors, and even our dietary choices. As we delve deeper into the mystique of these ancient practices, it becomes increasingly apparent that they hold the key to understanding how our modern-day cravings are influenced by our primal past. One such researcher who has dedicated her career to exploring this fascinating intersection is Dr. Melina Jampolis, a renowned physician nutrition specialist. In her groundbreaking work, she has highlighted the profound impact that ancient rituals have on our current food habits and cravings. Dr. Jampolis' research uncovers a fascinating truth. Many of our modern food preferences and cravings are rooted in ancient rituals and cultural practices that have been passed down through generations. For instance, the practice of feasting during celebrations and festivals can be traced back to prehistoric times when such events served as an opportunity for communities to come together, share resources, and strengthen social bonds. Today, these ancient traditions persist in various forms. Think of birthday parties, weddings, or even Thanksgiving dinners, where the abundance of food serves not only as nourishment, but also as a symbol of camaraderie and belonging. Our brains, still imprinted with the evolutionary wisdom of our Stone Age ancestors, interpret these gatherings as opportunities to partake in excess, a behavior that can lead to overeating and unhealthy dietary choices. Another example can be found in the ritualistic use of food for religious purposes. For millennia, offerings made to deities have often involved rich, indulgent foods such as sweets, grains, and meats, a practice that has been preserved in various religions even today. This connection between faith and feasting can create powerful psychological associations, leading individuals to associate spiritual fulfillment with the consumption of calorie-dense, less nutritious foods. One striking example of this phenomenon is the Christian tradition of Lent, during which many followers abstain from eating meat on Fridays. While the intent behind this practice is penance and self-denial, research suggests that it may inadvertently encourage overconsumption on days when meat is allowed, as individuals feel they have earned the right to indulge. In an intriguing study led by Dr. Brian Wansink, director of Cornell University's Food and Brand Lab, participants were asked to choose between a large box of cookies that contained 72 cookies or a small box with only 48 cookies. Strikingly, the majority of participants opted for the larger box, despite knowing that it contained more cookies, a clear demonstration of how our brains may be wired to perceive abundance as an invitation to indulge. This phenomenon, known as the plenitude effect, has its roots in our evolutionary past, when access to food was often scarce and unpredictable. In such a world, the sight of abundant resources would have been a cause for celebration and feasting behaviors that helped ensure survival during times of scarcity. However, in today's environment of constant food availability, this ancient instinct can lead us astray, driving us to overconsume even when we do not need to. The power of ancient rituals extends beyond our personal dietary choices, influencing the way we interact with food on a societal level as well. For instance, in many cultures, food is used as a means of social signaling, serving to display wealth, status, and hospitality. In these contexts, overeating or indulging in rich foods becomes not just a personal choice, but also a way of reinforcing social bonds and demonstrating one's standing within the community. A fascinating example can be found in the traditional Japanese tea ceremony, known as chanoyu or sado. While the ritual itself is centered around simplicity and mindfulness, the food served during the ceremony often elaborates sweets and other delicacies, serves as a symbol of generosity and respect. Participants are encouraged to savor each morsel, appreciating both its taste and the social significance it carries. In this way, ancient rituals continue to shape our relationship with food even today, subtly influencing our cravings, dietary choices, and attitudes towards eating. By understanding these connections, we can begin to harness the power of these age-old practices, using them as tools to make better decisions, reclaim control over our cravings, and maybe even find a healthier balance between our Stone Age instincts and our 21st century lifestyle. As we continue our journey through the world of ancient rituals and their modern consequences, it's important to remember that we are not mere products of our environment. We are also the result of millions of years of evolution, with brains that still carry the imprint of our ancestors' survival strategies. By recognizing this fact, we can better understand the forces that drive our cravings and take steps towards creating a more balanced, healthier relationship with food. In the next chapter, we will explore how ancient rituals continue to shape our modern diets in surprising ways, from the role of food in self-care practices to the influence of cultural norms on our eating habits. Until then, remember, you are not just a product of your environment. You are also a product of millions of years of evolution, and that evolution still shapes every bite you take. Chapter 3. The power of ritual in modern dietary practices, as we delve deeper into the intricate relationship between ancient rituals and modern diets. It's fascinating to observe how certain practices have not only survived, but thrived throughout the ages. One such example can be traced back to ancient Greece, where food was deeply intertwined with religious ceremonies and self-care routines. In contemporary times, this connection between spirituality and nutrition is evident in the rise of mindful eating, a practice that encourages individuals to pay full attention to their experience of eating and drinking, both inside and outside. Dr. Elissa Appel, a professor of psychology at the University of California, San Francisco, has conducted extensive research on mindfulness and its impact on health behaviors, including dietary choices. Appel's studies have shown that mindful eaters tend to consume fewer calories, experience reduced stress levels, and exhibit improved overall well-being. By adopting a mindful approach, individuals can learn to listen to their bodies, recognize hunger and fullness cues, and make more informed decisions about what they choose to eat. This ancient Greek concept of connecting with oneself through food has evolved into a modern practice that promotes balance and self-awareness in our diets. Another area where ancient rituals continue to influence our eating habits is in the realm of cultural norms. For instance, consider the traditional Japanese tea ceremony, or chado, which dates back over 1,000 years. During this ritualistic event, participants engage in a meticulous process of preparing and serving matcha green tea, while following specific guidelines for behavior and presentation. The tea ceremony embodies principles such as harmony, wa, respect, kei, purity, seiji, and tranquility, jaku, which extend beyond the act of drinking tea to encompass one's attitude towards life, food, and others. In modern times, these values can be adapted to create a more mindful approach to eating, encouraging individuals to appreciate their meals, savor each bite, and cultivate gratitude for the nourishment they receive. The power of cultural norms in shaping our diets is evident in various global cuisines as well. For example, the Mediterranean diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, and healthy fats, has been extensively studied for its numerous health benefits, including reduced risk of heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. Yet, it's important to note that this diet is not merely a collection of foods, but an embodiment of a way of life rooted in ancient Greek, Roman, and Middle Eastern traditions. By embracing the cultural heritage behind the Mediterranean diet, individuals can tap into a wealth of knowledge about sustainable farming practices, seasonal eating, and community gatherings around food, all of which contribute to a healthier, more balanced approach to nutrition. As we continue to explore the intersection between ancient rituals and modern diets, it's essential to remember that these practices are not static but dynamic, constantly evolving and adapting to fit the needs of different cultures and individuals. By understanding the roots of our food choices and embracing the wisdom of our ancestors, we can cultivate a more mindful, intentional relationship with our meals, one that nourishes both body and soul. In the next chapter, we will delve into the fascinating world of fasting and feasting, examining how ancient practices of abstinence and indulgence continue to shape our modern diets and influence everything from weight loss regimens to spiritual retreats. Until then, remember, every bite you take is a testament to the enduring power of evolution, a testament that connects us not only to our distant ancestors, but also to the rich tapestry of human culture. Chapter 4, Fasting and Feasting. The timeless dance of abstinence and indulgence in the vast tapestry of human history, the dance between fasting and feasting has played a pivotal role in shaping our diets, health practices, and cultural traditions. This chapter delves into the captivating realm where ancient rituals meet modern lifestyles, offering insights into how these timeless practices continue to sway our dietary choices, from weight loss regimens to spiritual retreats. Throughout history, societies across the globe have employed fasting as a means of purification, penance, or preparation for religious ceremonies. The Bible, for instance, is replete with instances of fasting, such as Moses' 40-day fast on Mount Sinai and Jesus' 40-day desert fast before his temptation by Satan. These narratives not only underscore the spiritual significance of fasting, but also hint at its potential physical benefits. However, it wasn't until the late 19th century that the scientific community began to explore the physiological effects of fasting in earnest. One pioneering figure in this field was Dr. Alan Wallace, an American researcher who conducted groundbreaking studies on the effects of prolonged fasting on humans. In a series of experiments conducted between 1928 and 1936, Wallace observed that subjects could survive for extended periods without food, with only minor health complications. His findings challenged prevailing beliefs about the necessity of constant nutrition and laid the foundation for modern research into intermittent fasting as a weight loss strategy. Fast forward to the present day, and intermittent fasting has gained widespread popularity as an effective method for managing weight and promoting overall health. Proponents argue that by cycling between periods of eating and fasting, individuals can trigger various metabolic responses that aid in weight loss, improve insulin sensitivity, and reduce inflammation. Yet, it's important to note that not all fasting practices are created equal. Some ancient rituals involved extreme deprivation, which could lead to serious health consequences if emulated without caution or medical supervision. For instance, the Aztecs of Mesoamerica practiced a brutal form of fasting known as the flayed night ritual, where a living individual was skinned alive after undergoing extended periods of starvation and exposure to extreme cold. Needless to say, this is not a practice that should be emulated in modern times. In contrast to the asceticism of fasting, feasting has long been celebrated as a means of social bonding, status display, and religious devotion. From the lavish banquets held by ancient Egyptians during their New Year's festival to the sumptuous meals shared among medieval European nobility, feasts have served as powerful symbols of wealth, power, and community solidarity. In more recent times, feasting has taken on new forms as a means of self-care and indulgence. The emergence of wellness tourism, for example, has given rise to luxury retreats that combine gourmet dining with holistic healing practices. One such destination is the Golden Door Spa in California, which offers guests an all-inclusive experience that includes personalized meal plans crafted by renowned chefs, yoga classes, and spa treatments designed to promote physical and emotional well-being. Another fascinating example of modern feasting can be found in the field of gastronomy, where the pursuit of culinary excellence has reached new heights. The concept of molecular gastronomy, popularized by chefs such as Ferran Adrià and Heston Blumenthal, employs scientific principles to create innovative dishes that challenge our senses and push the boundaries of what is possible in the kitchen. One example of molecular gastronomy's artistic prowess can be seen in Blumenthal's famous snail porridge, a dish that reimagines the humble escargot as a luxurious, edible sculpture made from snail extract, tapioca pearls, and olive oil spheres. This dish not only showcases Blumenthal's mastery of texture and flavor, but also underscores the transformative power of feasting, the ability to elevate ordinary ingredients into something extraordinary through skill, creativity, and dedication. As we continue our exploration of fasting and feasting, it becomes apparent that these ancient practices have left an indelible mark on modern diets and cultural traditions. From intermittent fasting as a weight loss strategy to the rise of wellness tourism and molecular gastronomy, these timeless rituals continue to shape our relationship with food, ourselves, and each other. However, it's crucial to approach ancient practices with a critical eye, acknowledging both their benefits and potential pitfalls. Fasting, for instance, can offer numerous health advantages when practiced responsibly, but extreme deprivation should be avoided at all costs. Similarly, feasting can serve as a means of celebration and community bonding, but it's essential to maintain balance in our diets and not let indulgence overshadow nutritional needs. In the end, every bite we take is a testament to the complex interplay between evolution, culture, and personal choice. As we navigate the ever-evolving landscape of dietary practices, let us remember the lessons of our ancestors, to nourish both body and soul, to find joy in food, and to maintain a sense of balance that honors our connection to the rich tapestry of human history. This exploration of fasting and feasting is far from over, and future chapters will delve further into the myriad ways these ancient rituals continue to shape our modern diets and lives. Until then, we invite you to join us on this journey, a journey that spans millennia, bridges continents, and connects us all in the pursuit of understanding the power of food, culture, and evolution. Chapter 5. The Symphony of Taste. The evolution of culinary arts and the persistence of ancient flavors. As our exploration delves deeper into the intricate dance between ancient rituals and modern diets, we find ourselves drawn to the vibrant realm of culinary arts. Here, the Symphony of Taste echoes the rhythmic harmonies of yesteryears, resounding with the melodious notes of tradition and innovation. Throughout history, the art of cooking has been an integral part of human society. It is not merely a means to sustain life, but also a vehicle for self-expression, cultural identity, and social bonding. As civilizations evolved, so did their culinary traditions, each region developing its unique flavor profiles that continue to captivate our senses today. Take, for instance, the Mediterranean diet, a harmonious blend of flavors from Greece, Italy, Spain, and other surrounding countries. This dietary pattern has been revered not only for its richness in taste, but also for its numerous health benefits. A 2013 study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that individuals following the Mediterranean diet had a significantly reduced risk of developing heart disease and cognitive decline compared to those adhering to other diets. The Mediterranean diet embodies the essence of ancient rituals surrounding food, emphasizing communal meals, fresh produce, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Olive oil, a staple in this diet, is steeped in history. According to archaeological findings, olive trees were cultivated as early as 6000 BCE in the Mediterranean region. In Greek mythology, Athena, the goddess of wisdom, was often depicted with an amphora of olive oil, a symbol of her association with agriculture and intellectual pursuits. Another fascinating example is the Indian cuisine, known for its diverse flavors and spices. Ayurveda, one of the world's oldest healing systems originating in India, emphasizes the importance of balance in all aspects of life, including diet. This holistic approach to wellness has been practiced for over 5,000 years, shaping Indian culinary traditions that focus on herbs and spices for their medicinal properties as much as for their taste. Turmeric, a prominent ingredient in Indian cuisine, has gained significant attention in recent years due to its potential health benefits. A study published in the Journal of Biological Chemistry found that curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, inhibits the growth of various types of cancer cells without affecting healthy cells. This ancient spice is now being explored by modern science for its potential therapeutic applications. As we traverse the globe, we encounter countless examples of how ancient rituals continue to influence our contemporary diets and lifestyle choices. From the fermented foods of East Asia that promote gut health to the slow-cooked stews of the Middle East that foster community bonding, these culinary traditions serve as testament to our enduring connection with the past. However, it would be remiss not to acknowledge the challenges faced by traditional cuisines in today's fast-paced world. Rapid urbanization and globalization have led to a homogenization of food cultures, threatening the diversity and richness that makes each region unique. Yet, there is hope. Initiatives like Slow Food International, founded by Carlo Petrini in 1989, strive to preserve traditional food traditions while promoting sustainable farming practices and fair trade. In conclusion, the ancient rituals of fasting and feasting continue to shape our modern diets in profound ways. Through culinary arts, we celebrate our shared heritage and maintain a sense of connection with the tapestry of human history. As we continue on this journey, let us remember that every morsel we consume is a testament to the stories, struggles, and triumphs of those who came before us. It is our responsibility to honor these traditions while adapting them to meet the challenges of the 21st century. In the next chapter, we will delve deeper into the role of religion in shaping our diets and explore how religious beliefs continue to influence our food choices today. Join us as we unravel the mystical bond between faith, food, and identity. Chapter 6. Faith and feast, a symphony of spiritual nourishment. As we traverse the tapestry of history, it becomes evident that religion, an all-encompassing force, has woven its influence through the very fabric of our diets. From ancient times to modern days, faith has played a pivotal role in shaping our culinary practices and food choices. In the vast and intricate world of religious dietary laws, kashrut stands out as one of the most enduring and complex systems. Originating from Jewish tradition, kashrut is a set of regulations that dictate which foods are considered fit for consumption and which are not. These guidelines, based on the Torah, have been meticulously observed by Jewish communities for thousands of years. A prominent researcher in this field is Professor Aryeh Cohen, a leading authority on kashrut at Bar Ilan University in Israel. In an extensive study titled The Evolution of Kashrut, From Ancient Israel to Modern Times, Professor Cohen delved into the historical and cultural significance of these dietary laws. He posits that kashrut serves not only as a physical separation from other cultures, but also as a means to maintain Jewish identity and cohesion. The prohibition against consuming pork is perhaps the most recognizable aspect of kashrut. Yet, the reasons behind this prescription extend far beyond simple hygiene concerns. According to Professor Cohen, the avoidance of pig meat serves as a powerful symbol of separation from non-Jewish cultures and reinforces the distinct identity of Jewish communities. Another notable example of religion's influence on diet can be found in Islamic tradition. Islam, like Judaism, has a comprehensive set of dietary regulations known as halal. These laws dictate what is permissible for Muslims to eat, with a particular focus on the ethical treatment and slaughter of animals. In the Islamic world, the halal industry has experienced exponential growth in recent years, driven by both religious obligation and commercial demand. According to a report by the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, the global halal food market was valued at over $2.6 trillion in 2018, with predictions of continued expansion. Beyond its economic impact, halal dietary laws also play a crucial role in maintaining Muslim identity and community. For many adherents, observing these regulations serves as a tangible reminder of their faith and provides a sense of spiritual connection to their ancestors. However, the influence of religion on our diets is not limited to monotheistic traditions. In Hinduism, for example, food plays a central role in religious rituals and ceremonies. The offering of prasad, or sanctified food, is a common practice in Hindu worship, symbolizing the union between the divine and the earthly realm. Research conducted by Dr. Devdutt Pant, an Indian author and mythologist, sheds light on this intricate relationship between Hinduism and cuisine. In his book Myth Equals Myth, A Journey Through Hindu Mythology, Dr. Pant explores the symbolic significance of various foods in Hindu mythology and how these associations continue to shape contemporary culinary practices within Hindu communities. As we delve deeper into this intricate web of faith, food, and identity, it becomes apparent that religion's influence extends far beyond the boundaries of religious institutions and practices. In fact, one could argue that our diets are inextricably linked to our spiritual beliefs and serve as a tangible manifestation of our faith. In the contemporary world, this connection between religion and diet continues to evolve and adapt. As globalization reshapes our culinary landscapes and religious practices intermingle, we find ourselves at a fascinating juncture in human history. It is within this dynamic context that we must navigate the complexities of our ancestral traditions and forge a path forward that honors both the past and the future. As we approach the next chapter in our journey, let us remember that every morsel we consume remains a testament to the stories, struggles, and triumphs of those who came before us. It is our responsibility to honor these traditions while adapting them to meet the challenges of the 21st century, ensuring that the symphony of spiritual nourishment continues to resonate through generations. Join us in the next chapter as we explore how modern dietary trends and fads have their roots in ancient religious practices, and how our faith continues to influence the way we eat today. Chapter 7. The Divine Connection, unveiling the link between faith and dietary choices. As we delve deeper into the intricate web of our ancestral roots, it becomes apparent that the connection between faith and food is not merely anecdotal but scientifically substantiated. The symphony of spiritual nourishment transcends time, permeating modern dietary trends and fads with echoes of ancient religious practices. In the annals of history, one can find numerous instances where faith has profoundly influenced food choices. For instance, the biblical prohibition of consuming pork is a well-known example that continues to impact dietary habits globally. Today, approximately 1.8 billion people worldwide practice Islam, another faith with explicit dietary guidelines. The Islamic halal diet, which restricts consumption of certain animals and forbids the use of alcohol and drugs in food production, has gained significant recognition in the global market. A study conducted by Dr. Saria Shamsuddin, a researcher at the International Islamic University, Malaysia, highlighted the economic potential of halal products, estimating their worth to be around $2 trillion in 2018. This figure underscores the influence of religious beliefs on consumer behavior and the global economy, reinforcing the notion that faith continues to shape our dietary choices. Beyond Abrahamic religions, other ancient practices have left indelible marks on modern dietary trends. Buddhism, for example, advocates a life of moderation and compassion, which translates into a vegetarian or vegan lifestyle for many followers. The rise of plant-based diets in recent years can be seen as an extension of this ancient spiritual philosophy. A research study published in the Journal of Environmental Studies and Sciences by Dr. Richard Oppenlander and Dr. Alona Pulda entitled Compassionate Conservation: Sustainable Food Choices for the 21st Century, emphasizes the environmental benefits of plant-based diets. By reducing meat consumption, they argue, we can mitigate climate change, preserve biodiversity, and promote sustainable agriculture, aligning with Buddhist principles of compassion towards all living beings. The Hindu tradition, characterized by its emphasis on the interconnectedness of all life forms, has also influenced modern dietary trends. The concept of ahimsa, or non-violence, extends beyond human relations to encompass our relationship with animals and the earth. This philosophical principle can be observed in the growing popularity of plant-based diets among Hindus and non-Hindus alike, as well as in the increasing awareness about sustainable farming practices and ethical treatment of animals. In the realm of indigenous spiritualities, traditional practices often revolve around respect for the earth and its resources. For instance, the Native American concept of hajo represents a harmonious balance between humans, other living beings, and the environment. This holistic worldview is reflected in the sustainable hunting and gathering practices that many indigenous communities continue to uphold, as well as in contemporary movements promoting local, organic, and seasonal food choices. As we stand at the precipice of a new era, it is crucial to acknowledge and honor these ancient connections between faith and food. By adapting and integrating these age-old practices into our modern lives, we can foster a more sustainable, compassionate, and balanced approach to nourishment. In the next chapter, we will delve deeper into this symphony of spiritual nourishment, exploring how ancient rituals continue to shape our relationship with food in the 21st century. We will also examine contemporary efforts to revive these sacred traditions, offering insights into how we can reconnect with our ancestral roots and ensure that the symphony of spiritual nourishment continues to resonate through generations. Stay tuned as we continue our journey through the annals of time, uncovering the enduring influence of faith on our dietary choices. Chapter 8: Reclaiming Our Roots. The modern revival and evolution of ancient rituals. As we delve deeper into the symphony of spiritual nourishment, it becomes evident that the echoes of ancient rituals continue to resonate in the 21st century. In this final chapter, we shall explore contemporary efforts to revive these sacred traditions and how they have evolved to meet the needs of modern society. In a world where convenience and instant gratification often overshadow tradition, there are those who have chosen to reclaim their roots, seeking solace in the wisdom of their ancestors. One such individual is Dr. Emma Gray, an anthropologist specializing in food studies at the University of Oxford. Her research has shed light on how ancient rituals can provide a framework for healthier, more mindful eating habits. Dr. Gray's work focuses on the Native American practice of the 7 sacred rites, which includes ceremonies dedicated to gratitude, renewal, and purification. According to her research, these rituals not only foster a deeper appreciation for food, but also promote a sense of community and shared responsibility. This is particularly important in a society where individualism often overshadows communal values. Another example can be found in the resurgence of mindfulness-based eating practices inspired by Buddhist traditions. Monks in ancient times would meditate before meals, focusing on the present moment and expressing gratitude for their food. Today, this practice has been adapted into mindful eating, a contemporary movement that encourages individuals to savor their meals, reduce distractions, and cultivate awareness of their eating habits. This mindfulness-based approach has gained significant attention in recent years, with numerous studies demonstrating its benefits. For instance, a study conducted by Dr. Susan Albers at the University of Pittsburgh found that mindful eaters were more likely to maintain a healthy weight and had lower levels of emotional eating compared to those who did not practice mindfulness. The revival of ancient rituals is not limited to traditional religious practices. Secular communities have also embraced these traditions, adapting them to fit their needs and values. For example, the slow food movement, which originated in Italy, promotes a return to traditional food preparations and emphasizes the importance of community gatherings around meals. In this era of fast food and processed snacks, the slow food movement offers a counterpoint, encouraging individuals to slow down, appreciate their food, and engage with others in shared experiences. This revival of ancient rituals is not merely a nostalgic throwback, but a bold step towards redefining our relationship with food in the 21st century. However, it's important to acknowledge that these revivals are not without challenges. Critics argue that adapting ancient rituals to modern contexts risks losing their original meaning and intent. Additionally, there is a risk of romanticizing these traditions, overlooking potential issues such as cultural appropriation or the exclusion of marginalized groups. Despite these challenges, the revival of ancient rituals offers valuable insights into how we can reconnect with our ancestral roots and ensure that the symphony of spiritual nourishment continues to resonate through generations. As we stand on the precipice of a new era, it is essential that we learn from our past and embrace the wisdom of those who have come before us. In this way, the circle completes, and we find ourselves once more at the beginning. Just as the script started with an exploration of how ancient rituals shape our relationship with food in the 21st century, so too does it end. The echoes of spiritual nourishment continue to reverberate through time, reminding us that the past is not merely a distant memory, but a living, breathing influence on our lives today. In the words of the ancient Greek philosopher Heraclitus, the only constant in life is change. As we navigate the complexities of the modern world, let us remember that the symphony of spiritual nourishment offers a timeless guide for finding balance, connection, and meaning in our dietary choices. And so, as we embark on new journeys, may the echoes of ancient rituals continue to resonate within us, guiding us towards a more mindful, sustainable, and harmonious relationship with food.